In this video, we will look at the top 10 most visited cities of 2021, as well as some famous landmarks and sites that you can visit in those cities. These rankings are determined by international visitors who stay overnight. These results are based on 2019 travels, but thanks to projections based on past and current trends, we can still determine the most visited cities of 2021 despite the pandemic that has rocked the world. At number 10, we have Antalya, a beautiful city in Turkey known for its stunning beaches and ancient remnants of Roman times. One of the most famous sights to see is Hadrian's Gate, the gateway to Antalya's old town. This was built in 130 AD to commemorate the visit of Roman Emperor Hadrian to the city. Another impressive site is the preserved ancient ruins of Aspendos, a Roman theatre built in 155 AD. The purpose of this theatre was to hold gladiator duels and was built to hold 12,000 spectators. Nowadays, the annual Aspendos International Opera and Ballet Festival is held here. Once you have explored the impressive historical sites, kick back and relax on Antalya's famous Lara Beach, which is a blue flag beach. This means it is exceptionally clean and has clear water. At number 9, we have Tokyo. Tokyo, the capital city of Japan, embodies a delicate balance between modern and traditional. The Imperial Palace, the main residence of the Emperor of Japan, is a beautiful and tranquil sight to see. Many people also enjoy the magnificent gardens, such as Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, where you can see the lovely cherry blossoms and other flowers in bloom. If gardens are not your thing, you might be interested in the Tokyo Tower, the second tallest structure in Japan, used for communications and observation. At first glance, it looks a bit like the Eiffel Tower, except it is painted orange and white to comply with air safety regulations. It needs to be repainted every 5 years and takes an entire year to do so. Now that we've looked at one of Tokyo's tallest buildings, let's explore their oldest temple, Senso-ji. This is an ancient Buddhist temple and is the most visited spiritual site in the world, with over 30 million visitors each year. Let's move on to number 8, Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey. The Grand Bazaar is a great place for anyone who loves a good bargain hunt. The bazaar is over 500 years old, but still one of the largest, covering 60 streets with at least 5,000 shops, 60 restaurants, 18 fountains, 12 mosques, and even a school. Another tourist favorite is the Galata Tower, where you can get a full panoramic view of Istanbul. According to numerous sources, a trip to Istanbul is incomplete without a Bosphorus cruise along the Bosphorus Strait, where you can see the city, European and Asian shores, mansions, palaces, and mosques galore. Speaking of mosques, one to visit is the Blue Mosque. It is a functioning mosque with hand-painted blue tiles on the mosque's interior, and at night, blue light is shone on this impressive building. Moving on to number 7, we have New York City, the most populous city in the United States of America. Possibly the most well-known landmark in New York is the Statue of Liberty, which was actually a gift from the French to mark the alliance between France and America during the American Revolution. It took 9 years to be built in France and was then shipped to New York City in 1885. Another famous site is the Empire State Building, a 102-story building built in a record time of 1 year and 45 days in an attempt to construct the world's tallest building. Next up is Central Park, which is aptly named. It is a park in the center of New York. Interestingly, it is the most visited urban park in America and is also the most filmed location in the world. Out of the USA and into Malaysia, we have Kuala Lumpur at number 6, the capital city of Malaysia. The most iconic part of the skyline has to be the PETRONAS Twin Towers, the tallest twin skyscrapers in the world. A main tourist attraction is the Batu Caves, Batu meaning rock. It is a limestone hill and series of caves and is one of the most popular Hindu shrines outside of India. The caves are dedicated to Lord Murugan, which can be seen by the massive Sri Muruga Statue at the entrance to the caves. Something else to do in Kuala Lumpur is to visit the butterfly park that has over 5,000 butterflies. Halfway through this list, we have Singapore at number 5. Singapore is a very impressive place with lots to see. First up, we have the Marina Bay Sands, which is a resort on the Marina Bay and includes a hotel, exhibition center, shops, a museum, a theater, restaurants, and a casino. At the top of 3 towers, there is a 340-meter-long SkyPark, which can hold almost 4,000 people, and it has an infinity swimming pool. The flower-looking feature in the Marina Bay Sands is the famous ArtScience Museum that aims to blend art, science, culture, and technology. Singapore also prioritizes greenery in urban areas, as can be seen by the famous Gardens by the Bay, which contains the world's largest glass greenhouse. If you are a Universal Studios fan, then the next attraction is for you. Universal Studios Singapore is a theme park with 28 rides, various shows, and all sorts of attractions across 7 themed zones. Lastly, before we move on, we have to mention the Singapore Flyer, a giant observation wheel with 28 air-conditioned capsules that are each able to accommodate 28 people. The views from up there must be incredible. At number 4, we have Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. First up is the iconic Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world with a height of almost 830 meters. Another iconic building is luxury hotel Burj Al Arab. It is one of the tallest hotels in the world and was designed to resemble a ship's sail. Another impressive sight to see is the Dubai Miracle Garden, the world's largest natural flower garden with over 50 million flowers and 250 million plants arranged in all sorts of wonderful ways. For those seeking more of an adrenaline rush, why not skydive with the view of Palm Jumeirah below you, the world's largest human-made island? Moving on to our top 3, in third place we have London, with many well-known sights and attractions. Let's start with Tower Bridge, which was built between 1886 and 1894. To this day, it remains an important traffic route with 40,000 crossings every single day. Next up is the famous Big Ben. Big Ben is actually the name of the biggest bell in the tower. The name of the clock and the tower is actually Elizabeth Tower. However, many people call the entire feature Big Ben. We cannot speak about London and not mention Buckingham Palace, the official place of residence for the monarchs of the United Kingdom. Last on the list here is Harrods, and this might just appeal to the shopaholic in me, but Harrods sounds like a dream. 7 floors, 330 departments, 30 restaurants, and more. It makes sense why their motto is all things for all people everywhere. The second most visited city is Paris, probably most well known for the Eiffel Tower, which is the most visited paid monument in the world. It is 324 meters tall, the tallest structure in Paris. Next up is the Arc de Triomphe, which was built to honor those who fought and died during the French Revolution. For all the art lovers out there, the Louvre Museum is for you. It is the world's second largest art museum and the home of the Mona Lisa. Next on the list is the Notre-Dame Cathedral, one of the best examples of French Gothic architecture. The cathedral experienced extensive damage from the fire in 2019, but restorations have been and continue to take place. And finally, the most visited city in the world is Bangkok, the capital city of Thailand. It is currently the most visited city in the world, with about 22 million international visitors. Bangkok is a major tourist attraction and is seen as quite a spiritual place that is home to many Buddhist temples, with the Wat Arun probably being the most well-known. There is also the most sacred Buddhist temple in Thailand, the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Over the years, each king has donated sacred and valuable objects to the temple, which makes this a treasured sanctuary. Once you have visited the temples, you can explore Lumphini Park, enjoy the open space, and even rent a boat to take out on the artificial lake. There are so many cities to visit in the world, whether you want to experience diverse cultures, impressive architecture, or breathtaking nature. Have you traveled to any of these cities? Where would you most like to visit? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching!